How are you? How are you guys? How are you doing? Thank you for completing again this period 4. We are almost there. Just 2 more periods and the final assessment. Then we are done with simulations. Um, I hope you guys are enjoying the simulation. I know it's tough, but that's the situation business people are faced with. It's not so easy to manage a business. It's easy as an employee to work for a company and demand for salary increase, but sometimes companies really face a lot of expenses, and they really face sometimes tough situations and all that. Okay, before I go to the results, just an overview again on the news for period 4. As we were told, there was a good demand in the market, 20% growth compared to period 2 growth. Apart from the growth, the costs also went up, which was also very bad news for us. We were forced to invest more in print just so that we create awareness. Because remember, the 20% is the number of customers actually coming to the island, but as a company, you still have to make a lot of noise to make sure you attract these people to come and buy from your shop and not go to the competitors. Okay, so the salaries increased from 11,000. I mean, from 9,000 to 11,000. That was also quite bad news, but the guys were able to produce a little bit more, extra 10 units, which means the capacity per worker changed to 90. Okay, if you did not change all this, sometimes your planning will not be accurate. You either hire more workers, or you might not hire enough. Okay, uh, this is how you performed. Looking at your prices there, we have two tech leaders charging the same price of 600. But the truth is, you guys invested quite a lot in R&D, and you could exceed 600. I know this was the recommended price, but you could have taken a risk and actually go beyond uh, 600. You could charge maybe 620 or 615 or 630. You could still sell depending on the quality that you offered. Especially, I saw, I think, one tech leader investing over 20,000 and charging 600 really means you are robbing yourself, because you sell so quality stuff, but the price might not be enough for that price, or meant for that quality. Team 2, I don't know how you managed to pull this down, charging only 438 in this period with a very high costs. I don't know if you looked at your prime cost, and I don't know if you're really making a profit selling at 438. But if you are, good luck for you. Good price therefore from company 3, 485. You could have maybe made it more also. 500 price for company number 5. You are kind of in charging the average price, and usually you are cost leader. You should be charging maximum maybe 499. If you make it 500, system hardly now determine whether you are cost or you are tech, because you are just in the middle. So it's better in the future. If you want to charge maximum price, maybe it's either you go above 500 and the system treats you like a tech leader, but if your quality is not good enough, you might not sell a lot. But if your quality is good, you could still sell. But you could also then maybe just lower your price a bit by 1 or 2 euros, so that you are under 500, and that will tell the system that you actually a cost leader, because at this moment system cannot determine whether you are cost or you are tech leader. Okay, so given the prices, as we know, the highest price goes with the highest quality, and the quality is determined by the investment in R&D. I can see some of you guys invested quite a lot. Sorry, you can see company 5, I mean company number 1 investing all the 25,000. That's way too much. Okay, I expected you guys maybe just to improve, maybe invest 10,000, or maybe if it's a lot, 12, even 8,000 could do. This is a lot of money that you have squandered in quality. Okay, you already have, I think, a better quality previously. If I check in period 3, you guys invested 6.5 and your tech index was 1.6. Okay, no, I think you did good this time. I think because your previous quality was not so good as compared to the other guys, I think you did good to catch up. Okay, I think you did good to catch up by investing the whole 25,000. Okay, then you have team 2 investing 18,000. You guys are cost leaders. That's not good for you. But if you look at your price here, you charge the least, but your quality says otherwise. Okay, if you look at how much you guys are investing, this 18,000, it's wasting of money. You should be investing in the region of 3,005 or 4,000, 5,000. That should be enough. 6,000 if you really want to improve quite a lot. But this 18, it's also a wasting of money. You will offer best quality, customers will come and buy, but the question is, do you make profit? Are you selling at profit? Do you make enough profit? Okay, good investment from company 3 maybe there, 3,005, not so bad. You could improve it a bit to maybe 4, 5, 6. It will not do harm, but 3,500, depending on the previous quality, I don't think it's bad for you guys as cost leaders. But these guys now will make you to feel like you have invested less because you're direct competitors. But the fact that you guys are charging a bit more now, the system might want to offer these guys more customers because they offering high quality now in for the low price. But even if the system gives them customer, the thing is the profit margin, is it enough to beat your profit margin? That will lead obviously to the highest profit. 23,000, you guys, the quality was already a lot there. You maybe didn't need to squander all this money. Really, if you could have maybe gone for 15 or 12 because your quality was already very high in the previous period. Company 5, obviously 4,000, not so bad for you guys. And looking at the accumulated investment, these guys invested 92,000 as from period 1, 73. The lowest investors is team 3. But does that make you guys bad planning? Not really, because your quality says, your strategy says try to be cheap and don't invest too much in R&D. Maybe invest enough in awareness. Okay, index 1.11. It's not so bad, but for the price of 485, maybe there was room for improvement. You could maybe match these guys, but the fact that now your price is much higher than these guys and they offer the best quality in terms of now cost leaders now, they might now have an advantage over you here, but you guys might be able to make a good profit margin, which is very important. And good profit margin means you are likely to make also the highest profit, because running a business is about making money, and try not to spend all that money through your expenses. Make money and try to reserve as much. 1.31. With this quality, you guys could charge above 600, all of you, even also company 1, but you went for maximum 600. You didn't want to take risks, but you could have taken a risk maybe and still be able to sell. How did you make use of your machines? You can see your production lines. This is a number of workers in production. But you can see the production lines. Only one company made their production lines work 100%, and that is company number 3. I think you guys produced 360, and if that is the case, the 485 price for that quality is not really bad, because that means then you are likely only to sell about 280 in your shop, and 80 goes to the wholesaler if you only made 360. Okay, otherwise other companies, some of you guys bought a machine, that's why your machines are working just in the 70s. It's not so bad. It's quite efficient. None of you guys is below 70%. How did the workers work? 91% for company 5. The rest, you guys making your workers work 100%, and that's good because it actually cuts your production costs down, and you will be able to make more money from the wholesaler. For you guys, I think one of your workers, I think you are producing 410 units, and that means having 5 employees. The fifth employee is only making about 50 surfboards out of 90. So I think it could be cheaper for you guys to go for a temporary worker because this extra person, you had to hire them, this extra 5th person, and it costed you actually 11,000 in salaries, 4,000 in hiring. That's already 15,000 plus non-wage personnel costs of about 2,000. So it costed you 17,000 just to hire that extra person. So, but if you could have gone for a temporary worker, you could have avoided hiring costs and only pay that maybe 50 or 51% of the 25,000. That which will actually be much way cheaper. Okay, and that could have it could have helped you to make your workers work 100 if you could have given the 50% workload to a temporary worker. But 91% is not bad. Still fine. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coughing a bit. Let's look at a cost of goods manufactured. This actually shows us who will make highest profit when they sell to the wholesaler, and you can see there company number 3, because they made their machines and workers all work 100%. It costed them only 267.74 to produce one surfboard. So that means with the wholesaler offering 390 to buy 80 surfboards from them, it means per surfboard they will be making about 133 to as a profit margin from selling to the wholesaler. Which means if you take the wholesaler's price of 390 minus how much it costed them to produce the units they will sell to the wholesaler, what is left is their profit margin. So they have an advantage. They will make more money from the wholesaler. Okay, otherwise the highest cost of goods manufactured goes to company number 4, but still it's below 300. You guys will also make about 100 euro per surfboard that you are going to sell. So in general, all the companies will actually be able to make profit from the wholesaler, and all of you guys will be able to make over 100 euros profit per item from the wholesaler. Okay. In general, you have utilized your workers and your machine better this time. It's because there was demand, and demand obviously increased then how you made your machines and your workers work, and that obviously cut down your costs. Okay. Awareness, this is how you invested. The highest investors this time is company number 4. You guys invested so much also in R&D. If you look at what you invested in R&D, 23,000 plus now what you invested in awareness, 18,000 plus 23,000. That's quite a lot of money. It's over 50. it's over 50. Is it over 50 or maybe 40 something thousand, which is a lot of money. And remember that those are the profits that you're supposed to make. But because you allocate them to pay expenses, it means you are likely to make less profit compared to those who actually saved their money and just invest not so much. Like these guys investing only 11, 13,000, then 12, 13. But you guys went an extra mile, which means you are investing about extra 4,000 just in awareness. And given also that you invested more in R&D, uh, in short, you guys are over investing, or you over invested in this current period. You're supposed to save some money probably on R&D and as well on awareness. Yes, you will be known, but do you have enough units to serve all the customers that will come to your shop? You might have a good awareness, but um, you might not have produced enough, and customers will come to your shop and find nothing, which means all that money that you invested extra in awareness will go to waste. Okay. And if you look at the awareness here, the company, you can see company number 2 is the highest known at 60%, followed by company number 5, that's 56. Then we have company number 4 and company number 1 at 55%, and 54% for company 3. Okay. Company 3, they are being think strategic with cutting down costs, and if you see them making a highest profit, don't be surprised. It's because they use the strategy of not investing too much. Business is not about making money and spending it. It's about making money and try to keep as much. Okay, you can make a million, but if you spend 999,000, you only make a profit of €1. Okay, so and that's not how you should be running your business. Okay. In general, I'm just saying don't invest too much, especially when you are not forced to. But this time you are forced to invest a lot in advertising. 10,000. You shouldn't have now added extra too much money on top of that 10,000. Yeah? And try to reduce your R&D. You are now you have developed your products. You just making little bit amendments here and there, so it doesn't have to cost you so much now. So especially tech leaders, it's also time now to try to cut down on R&D expenses. Otherwise, you make profits, but all the money just goes to R&D, and at the end of the day, you don't make a profit. Okay. Then you have sales. Company number 1, you guys sold 203. You're supposed to sell 201, so you actually gained extra 2 customers. Okay. Company number 2, you guys sold 338. You were supposed to sell 345, so you gave away customers because your demand was more, but you just sold less than your demand. It means you probably did not produce enough. That's why being cheap also, sometimes you lose out because you sell at a cheaper price and you did not produce enough. You end up giving away customers. Okay. Company number 3, you guys sold actually you sold 249. You were supposed to sell 234. Okay. You also gave away customers. No, you received. You sold 249, but you were only supposed to sell 234, which means you sold more than your demand because somebody did not produce enough. And obviously, you have here company number 4. You sold 200. Your potential was 233. So you gave away 33 customers because you improved your quality and your awareness, but you did not produce enough. Customers were happy to buy that highest quality in the market product for that price. And they came and finished everything, but you only saved 200, and these 33 customers went back disappointed because they could not find any stock. So you could make 33 more and still sell out. Company number 5, you guys sold 240 at that price of 500. It was not good for you. You could have made it maybe 499 or 498, just so that you can trigger, so that customers can know really that you are cost leaders. You know, when you go in the shop and there's a price that says 39.99 and there's one that says 40, customer is likely to react to the 39. It's a pricing strategy that you guys have to consider as well. Okay, so you guys sold 240. You could have sold 225. You see, your demand was actually even low, but because the other guys did not produce enough, you captured extra customers and sold 240 instead of 225. And that was your sales. And how many units you have in stock now? You see, now you have a lot in stock because you produced a lot, and your quality was much lower than company 2 that was the cheapest in the market, and now you have 90 units in the shop that you could not sell. Team 3, you have 31 because the price of also 485 did not work for you because these guys were charging a little bit cheaper here. Customers either went here or they went to the tech leaders because the tech leaders offered a high-tech quality product, not for so much. And the awareness was also good for the other guys as well. Okay? So now you guys will have to carry this stock to the next period 5, and make sure under period 5 planning tour, under market section, under stock inventory in current period, you have to update these stock volumes you have here so that you end up not producing a lot again. If you need some more explanations when you start planning, you can ask how to deal with this in period 5. But those who don't have stocks, good, it's business as usual. Okay? Quality of planning. The system was not so happy with your 500 price, and the fact that you have so many units left in the shop unsold, 90. The system is saying you kind of wasted money to produce those extra goods that you could not sell. So you could have reserved cash, and instead of tying it up in that 90 unit stock. Same with you guys here, because you have a little bit left there, 31 units. It's not less, it's a lot. It means you overestimated the market, or it means you overpriced your products. Okay, it's either maybe you could reduce your price a bit down, or maybe you could invest a little bit more in R&D. The fact that other guys invested more in R&D, now the system thought your goods were not so of good quality. But it doesn't hurt to have too much stock. If you have sold at a profit, you can always sell the stock in the next period. Okay. The highest planning quality goes to company 4 at 0.85. That means 85%. I remind you again, in period 6, this will be max. I could have given you guys 1.5 out of 10, and I give these guys 8.5 out of 10. A moment of truth. This is how you make profits. The highest profit goes to company 3. They don't have the best quality of planning. They don't have the best quality product, but they sold at a high profit margin, which means they managed to cut their costs and they made a profit. And you must learn something from them. Same as company number 5. The other companies 1, 2, and 4, you must learn. Business is not about spending all the money, especially you guys. You could have made much more profit if you could have charged a little bit more and not give away those 31 customers to these other guys to be profitable. Otherwise, the tech leaders made a profit this time, just slightly profit of 1,820 for company 4, but The fact that you guys invested quite a lot now in R&D chopped down your profits. Your quality is now very high for all of you guys. It's time now to start cutting down on R&D, and I'm referring to company number 1 and company 7, the tech leaders. Try also not to invest too much. Invest half or even less than half of what you invested now, because the cost leaders then will have to invest really more to catch up, which is not the case. If they also invest more, it means also they will cut their profits like company 2 did. So that's how it works. You must stop this war of I must be the highest. Yes, you are the highest, but are you making a profit? The business is not about really offering the best quality products. It's about making profits. That's the first purpose of the business. Okay. So otherwise, accumulated results. If we stop now here, company 3 will win the whole competition from period 1 up to period 4. But you guys still have to work so hard to get out of this minus 71, because at the end of period 6, you will have to break even. If you don't break even, you lose 3 marks. You guys just already break even. Don't make any losses again. Then you are on the safe side. Okay, you guys, you can catch up. You can still become the highest. Also, you guys, you have a chance, but you guys have to work so hard. Don't think you will be able to make it to the first place, because you have 2 periods to get out of these big losses here. And the losses, you have over invested, especially in the previous period. Okay. And that's it for period 4. Period 5 news is out. I hope you guys read it. And it's a very bad news, but you have to try to not make again huge losses there in period 5. It's very tough. Okay, if it requires to produce a little bit more, not to make a loss, do and hope that you sell the stuff in the last period, which is period 6. Okay, otherwise, for this period, company number 3, you guys are the winners. Run-ups is company number 5. Good investments there in R&D, not wasting money with unnecessary awareness. Otherwise, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this period 4.